start playing and dabbling with Facebook's advertising platform in its infancy when it first started out more than 10 years ago, but no one was really doing it at the volume that they're doing it today, right? There's not that many agencies that had even just 10 or 15 clients running Facebook ads back then. There was no business manager or any of that stuff. When I first started doing Facebook ads, about 10 years ago, a little more than 10 years ago, I was just throwing things up to see what would work, right? Where can I get some clicks? Where can I send people to an affiliate offer? It was wild, wild west. So I was just dabbling with it, but not taking it too serious. I was still doing SEO and video marketing when I started. And I sort of evolved into going full-time with Facebook when, someone I really, really trusted back then with regards to SEO and video marketing said, I'm pivoting into paid ads and you should probably do the same thing too. So someone who had already taught me quite a bit about one industry was moving in a different direction, sort of gave me the guidance that maybe you should look into doing the same thing. And I waited a little bit too long to go 100% in. I sort of like gave it another year or two. Yeah. And in hindsight, it wasn't that big of a deal, but it was one of those things where that extra year or two, I probably could have, found out a couple of additional things along the way that could have propelled my agency a little faster into being the way it is today. Now, I wouldn't change anything, honestly. I had to go through all the ups and downs to be where I am today. Mm-hmm. But, back then, every click was basically a penny, sometimes less. Yeah. Page likes were the easiest thing to get in the world. You could have already had a fan page with 300,000-400,000 fans and could be the biggest Facebook marketer in the world sort of situation, right? Yeah. So I didn't do any of those things because the way that I work and how I learn is I fully dive into things to the point where I then take all that knowledge, apply it to someone else's brand. I see that everything that I just learned has been validated, and then I start applying it to my own stuff. So it's like I go through a couple of layers before I decide, okay, I'm ready to use it on my own. Yeah. And so I've always been the one that's, I sort of evolved into this, using other people's money sort of individual, because that's what agencies are. We're always using other people's money. Yeah. And then I started to eventually adapt into using it on my own. And I've sort of built up this agency without really spending money on ads. And it's all because, like you said, case studies, right? I'll do something for somebody, they share it with more people, and it just keeps getting spread to the point where they all end up coming back to me and they're saying, I read this case study in someone else's group that I'm not even in, or on someone's website, or they emailed it to me, and I want to talk to you more about it. Yeah. And that's because that's how I've done everything since the beginning. Just applying what I learned, go ahead and do it, take that same information, do it again, and it just gets to the point where people are like, okay, he's consistently producing results. I should probably tell someone else who needs some help that they need to work with him. So, that's sort of how my whole Facebook, I wouldn't even say it's a Facebook agency, it's my ad agency, because we do more than just Facebook, has sort of evolved into, into some people's eyes, a powerhouse into running Facebook ads for people.